When you look at the randomness of life, there are so many people in our community who are one accident from literally throwing their entire family into chaos.
One of the most certain things we have in life is uncertainty.
You lose a job, you get an illness, all of a sudden you're having a hard time just meeting house payments, utility payments.
We know that when there's some difficulty, a bump in the road, we can look to JFS. We need that extra hand.
In 1976, my family landed in the United States without knowing anyone. Jewish Family Service helped me to survive.
My two boys witnessed a lot of violence in our home, so I enrolled them in Kids Club at Jewish Family Service to make sure that they learned how to handle conflict in a healthy and appropriate way.
In our society, people are living longer and healthier lives, and Jewish Family Services address that with wonderful programs.
There are opportunities that I never would have participated in.
I lost my hearing at the age of 2, and I eventually lost my vision. I have people that are supporting me and helping me from Jewish Family Service. It's been wonderful. They help people who are alone in the world, and I really need their help.
About 23 years ago, my brother David was in a terrible car accident and sustained a head injury. JFS started helping Dave in amazing ways. Dave moved into his own place and became really independent.
I like all the people that work for JFS that have been helping me.
In 1994, I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. I have no family here in Seattle, and I feel that Jewish Family Service has been my family.
JFS believes that every individual in this community should have the opportunity to live a full and rich life.
I think being committed to JFS is being committed to very ancient Jewish values. The Torah tells us that the people on the fringes should get special attention.
If we all look back in our families, they came from someplace else. They came to this country and needed support and services.
We don't have to reach back too many generations to be able to really identify with that uncertainty.
That is part of our heritage, and we live that by actually doing it today in our community right here.
When I help other people, it makes me feel really happy because I know they'll be able to have a happier life.
JFS is part of the heart and soul and the DNA of everything that our community is about.
There's a sense of collective. We're all in this together, right? We depend on each other.
We are able to accomplish so much more when we work together.
It's about collectively we can do what individually we can't.
When you reflect on 120 years, I'm amazed by the history.
You start off 120 years ago helping people come over as newcomers to this country.
My grandmother would tell me about meeting people at the train with furniture on the top of her car to help resettle them.
All of the layers of different things that people needed, we've been able to attend to.
Jewish Family Service has been adept at moving through the years and evolving.
It's clearly adapted to what the communities needed.
You look at the 80s and the outflux of Jews from Eastern Europe. You look across, say, the last 10 plus years of JFS with the aging demographics of the baby boomers. What you're seeing are aging and adult programs. And if you just look with the Great Recession and really just the total collapse of the economy, we've seen emergency services and the food bank almost doubling over the last 4 or 5 years.
Recently, we've become more comfortable with the idea that Jewish families do struggle.
Difficult issues like domestic violence, drug addiction, alcoholism has been with our community, as all communities, for generations. And Jewish Family Service has had the courage and the awareness to meet the needs of the community.
One generation, that response will look one way. And another generation, it will look a different way. But the response is always there. And that's the consistency.
The role that JFS has played over 120 years is immeasurable. It's part of the soul not only of the Jewish community, but of the larger community in Washington State.
When you look at the diversity of the services, everything that's there is there because the community gives us the resources to go and deliver on those needs.
More than 11,000 people last year were helped because the people in this community helped.
When I personally look at just how far the agency's come, I'm amazed just the enormity of what we've been able to accomplish.
To me, simply helping even one person have dignity, have a visitor, changing their quality of life is so huge. How do we even multiply that by 120 years? How do we multiply that by all of the people that Jewish Family Service has helped?
You believed in my brother Dave and gave him the chance to have so much of his life back.
You believed in the value of aging meaningfully.
You believe I could make beautiful Jewish life in America.
You believed in my children.
You believed in me when I most needed help.
Thanks for believing in me.
Thank you for believing in me.